Why Singapore is so wealthy. Have you ever noticed something strange? In many wealthy countries, people earn good salaries, drive nice cars, and live in comfortable neighborhoods. Yet somehow, a surprising number of them still feel financially stressed. Meanwhile, there's a tiny island nation with almost no natural resources, no oil, and very little land. And somehow, it became one of the richest places on earth. That country is Singapore. The question is, what does Singapore understand about wealth that many individuals in America and Europe still struggle with? Imagine a young professional in Chicago, London, or Berlin. They graduate from university. They find a decent job. Their salary is around $60,000 a year. Sounds pretty good. But after taxes, that income starts shrinking. Rent or mortgage payments take a large portion. A car payment follows. Insurance. Utilities. Subscriptions. Student loans. Credit card balances. A few dinners out every week. A vacation financed through monthly installments. By the end of the month, there isn't much left. From the outside, life looks successful. Inside the bank account, it's a different story. Now compare that to how Singapore built its economy. Singapore never had the luxury of wasting resources. When the country became independent in 1965, it faced a difficult reality. It had almost no natural advantages. No massive oil reserves. No huge agricultural sector. No valuable minerals. If Singapore wanted wealth, it had to create it. And that's exactly what it did. Instead of focusing on looking rich, Singapore focused on becoming productive. The country invested heavily in education, infrastructure, trade, business efficiency, savings, and long-term planning. The interesting part is that the same principle applies to personal finances. Many people assume wealth comes from income. But income and wealth are not the same thing. Let's use a simple example. Two people both earn $70,000 per year. Person A spends nearly everything. A larger apartment. A newer car. More expensive vacations. Frequent upgrades. At the end of the year, maybe they save $2,000. Person B lives slightly below their means. Nothing extreme. Just intentional. They save and invest $10,000 each year. After 10 years, the difference becomes enormous. Not because one person worked harder. Not because one person was smarter. Because one person consistently converted income into assets. And the other converted income into lifestyle. This is where psychology enters the picture. Humans naturally compare themselves to people around them. If coworkers upgrade their cars, we feel pressure. If friends buy larger homes, we notice. If social media shows constant luxury, normal life suddenly feels inadequate. The problem is that consumption creates visible status. Savings do not. Nobody sees your investment account. Nobody compliments your emergency fund. Nobody notices your lower debt balance. But these invisible things are often what create real financial security. Singapore understood something that many individuals miss. Long-term strength matters more than short-term appearance. The country consistently chose investments that would produce future growth. Ports. Airports. Education systems. Technology. Business development. Not because those choices looked exciting immediately. Because they generated results later. Financially intelligent people think similarly. When they receive a raise, they don't automatically increase every part of their lifestyle. They ask a different question. How can this money improve my future position? That's a completely different mindset. The goal isn't deprivation. The goal isn't avoiding every pleasure. The goal is understanding the difference between looking wealthy and becoming wealthy. One creates temporary satisfaction. The other creates lasting freedom. And that's why Singapore's story is so fascinating. Its success wasn't built on luck. It wasn't built on natural resources. It was built on disciplined decisions repeated over decades. The same principle works at the national level and the personal level. Wealth is rarely created by a single breakthrough. More often, it's the result of thousands of small choices that prioritize future value over present appearance. And while most people focus on earning more, the real question may be whether they're keeping enough of what they already earn. If you found this perspective useful, consider subscribing for more calm, reality-based discussions about money and wealth.